I'm not allowed to celebrate Halloween. You know, the other kids, you know, talk about me at school.
You talk to my mom.
Whatever.
It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet.
Most human sacrifice. Do you remember that Paranormal Circus? I'm going to be real, is the take that I would get stabbed in the back with over and over again. And I'm going to chop this up a little bit because I'm going to come from it on the other side a little bit. So their claim is if you participate in it in any way, shape, or form that you're worshiping Satan, and that the devil loves, I've heard this quote, the devil loves that Christians allow their kids to serve Satan one day a year.
I disagree.
I don't know whether it's true or not. We're gonna put our opinions in on this. Let's just lay out a little bit about what we both do for Halloween, just real quick. So, like 100%, I took my daughter trick-or-treating. To me is a memory. It was something that we did together. I thought it was super cute when your kid picks something out and dresses up and you go out with some, you know, nice people. So in the years leading up to it, I 100% did it with my son. I did it with my daughter who's now 11. And, you know, a lot of the years where we were meeting some people from the church and we were going around in his like nice, you know, I would say more of an upscale neighborhood. It was just a nice experience. I was with godly people, and I heard the chatter in the background. As I'm not gonna lie, I was like, well, you know what, I'm taking this day back for Jesus. Like I'd be wearing a High on Jesus shirt. I'd be taught one time I dressed up like the Pope, and instead of candy I was handing like communion things to people, just kind of like, you know, joking around, whatever it was. Like I just decided like my heart's not that way. It has nothing to do with worshiping Satan or anything like it is. So I was just doing it as like something memorable for me and my daughter to do. Now fast forward present day, as after I've learned more and I've got some different insight and things, I see more of what people are saying, some of what we're going to hear today. Like I understand it more. And so, you know, when we came to that point of talking with my daughter about some different things, I feel like it was God's timing anyway, because she was like, well, to be honest with you, I'm tired of going around getting candy. I want to go to Oasis, which is our church, their fall festival that they have on Halloween. I was like, so awesome. Like to me, that was like, kill two birds with one stone. Like we're not really participating anymore. We're doing something with even more of a Jesus, you know, centered aspect vibe. And so I was cool with that. And so that happened a couple years ago, and that's where we are today. You know, we go to the Oasis Church fall festival. But real quick, what was your kind of progression with the Halloween thing, and where are you at now with it?
I mean, so my older three, you know, are 15 and 16 now. So back before, we would always go to the fall festivals at church most of the time. So those usually didn't fall on Halloween. So because they have two different households, usually they would either do Dad on Halloween, me with the fall festival, is kind of how it's always been.
I got you.
You know, the outfits or the whatever they chose, I never co-signed anything scary. You know, I think Beckett was like a cop several times, or
of course he was.
Yeah, of course. I wonder where you got that from. Coral was a cop one time. I mean, you know, so it's always been something playful. You know, I think I'm a little nervous now that I'm about to have twin, you know, 15-year-old girls. I mean, it seems like most of these girls today wear lingerie with some kind of animal ears, which is terrifying.
I've seen that.
But as far as Tristan this year, you know, she's with her dad for Halloween. So we did the fall festival. We did some things with her class at school. So, and I'm sure she'll probably wear her cheerleading outfit to High on Jesus this week, you know? So I just feel like if we just keep promoting the positivity and keeping our heart postured where it's supposed to be, that's my goal at year 2.
Cool. Very good. So there are many people that don't agree with us and have a completely different perspective on it. And so I just kind of wanted to bring some different things. A brother of mine shared some videos. So we'll watch it together and we'll kind of break it down a little bit. We're going to start with this one first.
This one's good.
Halloween is the highest day on the satanic calendar. It is the most probably important day.
My mom shared this one with me.
Highest day.
It's considered a high day. It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet.
Most human sacrifice.
So,
And he was from the Satanist church.
Right.
let's call it the popular culture aspect first. So many people think Halloween is about candy and it's about dress up, but they don't question the meaning behind it. So let's say, for instance, in a neighborhood or an area, there's homes that celebrate Halloween, where they put up the decorations and they do the pumpkins and they do the candles and the candy, those things, right? And it's fun. Let's say in a neighborhood, there is houses that do that. So that whole perimeter becomes one big satanic ritual for the whole neighborhood.
Interesting.
Wait. So you're telling me, because I've got them already up, it's September. There's skeletons, there's creepy stuff in our neighborhood already. So you're saying my neighborhood right now is cooked? Like, what are you saying there?
It's cooked.
So I'm saying that in a neighborhood or a area perimeter where there is a few homes, that is already set up as in terms of a hotspot for demonic activity. And anybody, whether they're Christian or non-Christian, that have open doors, that moves or lives in a neighborhood like that will be affected. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what do we do as Christians?
Like draws it in, I guess.
It's like an open door. Like,
We make sure that we are in righteous standing with God, that we do not have any hidden sin or open doors in our life, that we are in a righteous covenant with Him. So if we can get there, that is a very good place to start. And then it is about praying, like being in serious prayer, that people who celebrate Halloween, whether they're being a Satanist or an atheist or someone having fun, that whilst they're doing that they will actually have a true encounter with Christ.
Amen.
Or an atheist or...
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. My mom sent me that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So his take, was a member of the Satanic Church, got saved, delivered from that lifestyle, leads, a Jesus-based life now. And basically, so he's saying that first, and I've heard this from multiple places, that the Halloween is like their high holy day. Like the equivalent of Christmas, I guess. Easter is their Halloween night. And so I have heard a bunch of stuff that goes on Halloween night, and he's saying it's the most number one day of the year, night of the year for human sacrifices. It's kind of creepy.
Yes, definitely creepy. And here we are out with our kids parading through neighborhoods.
So he's saying that according to him and what he learned, that any place that puts that type of stuff up, whether it's other people in your neighborhood, whatever that looks like, I guess what I got out of it is almost like attracting this demonic activity to that area. And there's a lot of stuff that is going on. It's almost like a hot spot for it. Do you agree, disagree? You have any thoughts on it?
I mean, for me, I guess it would make me think about last year, taking Tristan to school. Year one out of jail. I'm taking Tristan, finally got my license back, and here's all these pumpkin houses, all these cute houses in Parrish, and then I go around the curve and literally I could throw a football and probably hit her school, and there was a 2-story with 666, looked like it was spray painted all over the house, body, arms half hanging out the windows, like slaughterhouse, basically, like
some of it's funny, but I know what you're saying.
But you know what I mean?
It's
And I was
crazy.
just like... And Tristan's like, I was like, no, shut it down. That's so cool.
Yeah, she thought it was cool. Yeah.
So, and
Most
she's
kids do.
like, and then she saw my reaction, of course, and was like, that's so close to the school, Mom. I'm like, there we go. We're getting there. But, it kind of, when I saw that, I was like, now if you're going along like through life and you're like, oh, happy pumpkins and, we're celebrating with family, it's always going to be there, but I don't know. I mean, you can't really control what your neighbors do. At first, I was like, well, why isn't the HOA doing something about that? You know, but as a mother, would I want to be next door to something like that where I have to? It would be very difficult for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have to stay. Yeah. Like,
I guess I never thought about that.
You
now,
know?
Yeah. So for me, so we used to go to, there is this place and it was actually in Creekwood, if memory serves me right. So Tara is on this side and Creekwood's over there. So we would go and it was someone's like, oh man, you got to come, you can park at our house and go. And they had this whole like street cul-de-sac where it was like Halloween Horror Nights. Like these people had every decoration, the guys in the mask with the chainsaw, you know, it probably doesn't have a chain on it, but he's like revving the chainsaw at kids, scaring
like Hallow
people.
Scream.
Yeah,
and
so like, this is like a year 1 or 2, and me and Jane are like, this is awesome, bro. Like, this is so cool. And so we used to go to that type of stuff. And I had to really look back when I knew we were going to talk about this. So I remember, so my wife, Bonnie, I believe that she's more highly affected, always has been, by what she listened to or what she watched. And so for me, I could watch a scary movie or that type of thing and it really didn't bother me. But she's seen some crazy stuff. She's witnessed murders, a bunch of stuff, and it kind of triggered some things where like Bonnie has no problem grabbing a butcher knife and like stabbing somebody. So we're trying to put that behind us. And so she would be so affected by this stuff. And I was kind of one like, oh, there's no, you know, big deal to it. So now I will say the first time that I will give credit that I see what he's saying. And remember how I always talk about when we do that spiritual warfare message, it seems to like attract a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really feel it as much this year. So for you guys watching once a year at our High on Jesus meetings, we do a little series on the spiritual warfare, the armor of God. And a phenomenal series. I love it. I believe it's one of the most powerful parts in scripture. And the past couple years, and we would do it, like we were getting attacked like crazy, man. Like me, other people, it was like as soon as
last year was my first experience with that.
I got to think about this because when this thing was up, I would feel things, and I believe we experienced way more attacks. So do you remember that paranormal circus that they put over there
was right by the convention
Manatee County
center.
Civic Center?
Or Civic Center.
Okay, so I'm telling you, when that thing was there, I felt like there was a pickup in demonic activity, man. I really do. I would like feel something, like just a vibe, because I could pick up on that type of stuff. It was right when we were doing that series, like 2 years in a row, that thing, because I remember I drive right by there to High on Jesus every single week, and that thing was there, and I'd be like, dude, what are we doing here? Why is this thing even here?
And they pass out free tickets, for that.
Everything.
Yeah.
We know multiple people that went to it. I mean, no judgment, I guess, if you want to go, whatever, but like 100%, I'm like, bro, that thing is putting something out. Like I really felt that was like drawing some stuff in. So like, I do believe that what he's saying has a point to it. I've also, you know, from John Ramirez, I believe, was a guy that has a similar story to what we just watched. But I don't know. They even talk about like, they can do things, Satanic Church can do things in the supernatural as well, but it doesn't have an effect on someone who's really got a relationship with Christ and they're really locked in with God. They can't really do as much to them, right? But someone I read in the book that I had, even if they were a believer, quote unquote, but they weren't in church, in the word, any type of prayer and relationship, that they could mess with people a little more like that, and then they claim like a non-believer they can have an absolute field day with, and they can affect you and do stuff to you. So that being said, I do think there's definitely a valid point to what this guy was saying. In hindsight, like I see it more now, and man, it definitely has me thinking twice. So in our neighborhood, this stuff is already up. You bring up a valid point. I didn't even think about it. What if that was right next door to us and someone was doing like something heavy in there? I don't know. I guess it's just something for us to think about. And
I guess you really never know what's going on behind closed doors. Stuff could be going on without all that out in the front yard, you know? So I just think the lesson is to be that light and carry your light with you, you know, at all times, and stay ready.
No, I've been at houses where they're drawing in demonic activities 365 days a year, no decorations needed. So yeah, multiple houses like that. So that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I do think there's,
Praise God, he came to the other side, you know.
and his advice for Christians is to stay prayed up and pray for everyone on that night that they'll have an experience, you know, with Jesus
Yes.
too, which I think is a good way to close that. Pretty good. So let's watch this one.
What does former Satanists have to say about Halloween? Listen.
You being in Satanism and God delivering you from that, healing you and bringing you freedom. What are your thoughts on that?
October 31st is like the ultimate day. It starts, it's like Christians, Easter and Christmas all rolled in together. The celebration usually starts at dusk and goes on. The golden hour is 11 p.m. to midnight. That's when the most demonic forces are out and about and active. People should not participate in any way, shape, or form because you are worshiping the devil. There's no two ways about it. I mean, he's real happy that Christians allow their kids to serve him one night a year.
So be in bed by 10:59. That's what I heard.
So that reel is so she's watching an interview with someone that they claim to have been in the Satanic Church, delivered from that, and so their take, I'm going to be real, is the take that I will get stabbed in the back with over and over again. And I'm going to chop this up a little bit because I'm going to come from it on the other side a little bit. So their claim is if you participate in it in any way, shape, or form that you're worshiping Satan, and that the devil loves, I've heard this quote, the devil loves that Christians allow their kids to serve
worship
Satan one day a year. So
I
yeah,
disagree.
I don't know whether it's true or not. We're gonna put our opinions in on this. So I've gotten that quote from multiple people. I've had multiple people take that stance and never talk to me again because they saw that in the past I had took my daughter out or we had dressed up or participated in it. And so my question back to them, I just gotta be real. So what qualify if I participate in it? Meaning if I walk outside of my house on that day, or is it
wear orange,
if we wear a costume, if we, you know what I'm saying, just go around and do it. So I get what they're saying, and again, it could be true. I don't know. So I just have a reverse question. So by that same measure, are the people in the Satanist church, are they worshiping Jesus twice a year on Christmas and Easter if they walk outside of their house, or if they participate in any way, shape, or form in society during those 24 hours? I
don't know.
I guess thank God the Satanists are worshiping Jesus twice a day, unless they just stayed sheltered up. That's the first thing. I mean, it might sound like I'm poking fun at it, but I mean, it's a legitimate question, right? If you're going to put that on me, then I mean, doesn't the same standard apply to the other side of it?
Yeah. I guess my thing goes back to, if you talk about Jesus, then he did exist and he is real. So that he existed, but I don't know, thinking about the fact that my kids are out laughing and having a joyful time being with their friends, that's somehow worshiping Satan, I don't know. I can't. I just wasn't raised that way. I was born in very southern Mississippi, pumpkins and fall, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's fall. That was always part of my life and still is. And I don't know how to see the bad in that, I guess. I mean, I've seen the dark side through addiction, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't get all the way there.
To me, it's it would have to do with your heart posture, correctly, because or else then if you didn't exist, there's no way if you went out with a Satanist mindset on Christmas and Easter, you're clearly not worshiping Jesus.
No.
So by the same measure, I'm not giving any glory to the devil in any way, shape, or form. If anything, I want to take the day back for Jesus, and I believe that's the church's attempt on having another spot so that we don't take part in all this. Let's have a place where we get the word, where we're gathered together with like-minded people. So I don't know. I got to show this video. So this is John Christ. I'm sorry, this guy is hilarious, man. So I've seen him, and he's just hilarious because it's almost like he knows these like religious, like different. I can't even just explain it, but like Baptist or like like each denomination has like certain rules or like stereotypes to it, and he pokes fun at it, and it is hilarious,
so he's a comedian.
Man. Yes, he is definitely a comedian. Yeah, so he's a Christian comedian. His name is John Christ. He does a nationwide tour. I highly recommend going to check him out. But let's play. It's just a really quick clip, but he had me rolling, man.
Make some noise if you were not allowed to celebrate Halloween. Make some noise. And that's crazy. I grew up the same. You better have your head on that pillow before the sun goes down, or the devil is getting a foothold in your life. The devil's getting in there, which is a tricky theology to believe, okay? Because we believe in a God that can raise dead people from the ground and heal the sick, but a 6-year-old girl wears an Elsa dress, and God's like, nothing I can do. He's like, Chloe's for the streets.
Chloe's for the streets.
I had a plan for her life, but I saw that Elsa dress, and I was like, let her go.
Oh man, there he is. He is hilarious, man. He is hilarious. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely on that same page. Like, there's no possible way that.
He's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any thoughts on it? I mean, it's the same thing. So basically, what he's saying is like, and I know people. So I've actually had other people's kids come up to me because they were like, I'm not allowed to celebrate Halloween. The other kids, talk about me at school.
You talk to my mom.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we're all different. Like, but I respect other people's if that's what their parents believed and they were heartfelt against it. I mean, I respect that too.
I mean, maybe the parents had a bad experience on Halloween and they're trying to protect their child from, having the same thing happen to them. Yeah. I mean, that I could see. But I've never had bad experiences, on Halloween. But I didn't let my kids dress up in Jason and Freddy Krueger masks, Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, that one's a hard one. I think the hardest part about this is, truthfully for me, if it was like, if I was where I was at now and then I had like a super, like a younger kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I guess I was blessed with the timing where Layla was kind of done with it and she actually wants to be a part of the church activities now. So I was like, thank God for that. Yes. And that's what the beauty of having a church. Honestly, that's why I love Oasis Church so much, is because my daughter's connected and wants to be there at everything. And I can't praise God enough for that. But like, if I was at the place where I'm at now and then I had a younger daughter, that would oh man, it would be so hard. I'm not gonna lie. That would kind of hurt me a little bit, because then it's like, it's almost
you
like,
and Bonnie can have another baby.
No, we're good, thanks.
That's quick response.
I don't know. I feel like, and again, it could be wrong. I wish, we had some other people to, they could kind of, argue against it if we're saying the wrong thing. But I don't know. I feel like it's almost like you rob them of a little bit of a memory.
It's like a pastime.
My mom and dad, they did all this work. Like back then, you didn't buy everything.
We made our costumes.
You would make them, and it was like an event, and my mom and dad made it, and like, I don't know. It's just like,
I just thought about it. My mom made me a cheerleader costume, and I swear I was 8. Like same age as Tristan. Of course, I ordered it, or my mom ordered Amazon, for Tristan. But like that, and we were able to walk through the neighborhoods freely, without our parents. I mean, most of the time they were with us, but you could safely knock on doors. Nowadays, that part, I love the fall festivals. We went to Oasis for the first time last year, and bungee jumps and all kinds of craziness. It was fantastic.
I just remember the memory. So like in our neighborhood, I used to go with my best friend. There was one like the biggest house, like the richest house. They would hand out Cokes and king size candy bars, and I was like, "You guys are awesome!"
It wasn't the fun size.
Every year we're like, we're going to their house. They're like, "Oh yeah, help yourself," and grab a big old candy bars, a king size drinks. Like, I don't know, it's just like a memory that I have. And with Jaden, like when I was taking my son out those early years, we had one mission: get as much candy as possible. That was our goal, to fill that pillowcase. I promise you, we weren't thinking about Satan. It was mission: get as much candy as we could. And I don't know, like I remember that with them. Like that was super cool. So I mean, this one's hard, man. Like I see it from both sides. I see the pros and cons to it. We're gonna play one more, and I think she, honestly, out of all of them, I love people that say, this is my experience, this is 100% what I believe. Do I think it maybe gonna affect everybody like this? No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not just like, I don't know how to explain it. I like people that leave a little room for, this is my experience, and I'm not saying it's 1,000%.
They're not forcing it on you.
The board. So I really like what she had to say. We'll watch this.
I didn't really feel weird about Halloween until I got delivered of demonic spirits. I got radically saved out of witchcraft. 5 years after getting saved, I got radically delivered of over 1,000 demons.
Wow.
And after that, I started to feel very convicted about many different things. One of those being Halloween. I even tried on my first Halloween after getting delivered. I decided to put out a pumpkin that I had. It was like a jack-o'-lantern candle thing. It had 3 jack-o'-lanterns, and I put a little bat thing up in my household. And guess what? That night I got demonically attacked. Do I think that everybody who puts up Halloween decor is going to get demonically attacked? No, I don't. But what that revealed to me was like, oh, I actually can't even play with this anymore. I actually can't even mess with this stuff anymore. And I began to feel so weird around all the things that I was actually obsessed with prior to getting delivered of demonic spirits. And half of those spirits were sexual spirits. There were witchcraft spirits. There were many other demonic spirits. If you look at my videos, I talk a lot about my testimony, and I tell a lot of stories in regards to the things that I got delivered of. But I could not stand Halloween anymore. It glorifies demons. It glorifies darkness. It glorifies and celebrates death. It's actually disgusting, some of the Halloween decor that I see on people's front lawns. I can't believe that some of it is even...
Like you were saying.
That we even like to celebrate some of that stuff as just humans, not even Christians, but I'm like, how could we put that in our front yard? Okay? And it celebrates evil. We are glorifying wickedness for now, not even just a day, but an entire season. What I have seen and what I have experienced in the spiritual realm, coming out of witchcraft and New Age into Christianity, and then getting delivered of all of these spirits, what I have seen and experienced is so crazy that why the heck would I ever celebrate a holiday that is centered around glorifying that? A couple years ago, I did a series called the 12 Days of Halloween, where I broke down many different things that seem innocent, but explaining and expressing the origin behind it, and questioning, as Christians, should we really be celebrating this? Now, I took my son trick-or-treating one year. I went with a pastor. I thought that it would be fine. And for some people, maybe it is. In my case, I'm very convicted about not celebrating these things. That doesn't mean to not celebrate the fall season, because it's fun. It's beautiful. But I'm not going to participate in any of that stuff. The devil does not care about your intentions. The Bible says in Hosea 4:6 that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. If you're going to do anything this Halloween, let it be this: sharing the gospel, evangelizing, and driving out demons. I'm actually having a live stream conference on the 30th and the 31st at the end of the...
She's talking about a conference that she's having. So that was a lot, but I want to start back at the beginning. Hopefully we can remember everything. So she was completely, released of these demons. She was a witch in the Satanist church, it sounds like, and she was just like done with this whole thing. What grabbed my attention straight up off the reel was how she was saying, I decided, whatever, I'm just going to put a few things up. And she said, I've learned what I've been delivered from, or what, God has set me free from prior. I can't even dabble in it. Oh, yeah. So Stay Ready merch.
Yes.
Yep. We got a promo. We got the hats.
And I got my special
ready,
made.
Man. That's nice. Yeah. So we got the High on Jesus on the front.
Yep.
Stay Ready on the back.
Stay Ready on the back.
It's good stuff, man. If anybody's interested in any of our merch, our website, highonjesus.org. We got shirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, everything you could ever want.
If we don't have the color you want, we can get it.
Join the movement.
Yes.
Any way, shape, or form.
That hit me too.
That just speaks volumes to anybody in whatever that they're going through. And she was like, do I believe that every single person that puts something like that up is going to be demonically attacked? No, but it doesn't work for me. And I mean, immediately thought of our recovery.
Yeah.
Just a number of different things of like I got no business going to a bar. Like even my dad or someone else to this day will be like, hey, you want to meet me at a sports bar? Like, do they have food or like just appetizers, like this, that, the other? Like, no, like I'm not going to a place where everybody's drinking. Like, do I think I'm going to drink today? No, but I got no business being there. Right. Like I've been convicted, honestly, of like watching like R-rated movies and stuff or TV, MA, whatever it is. And it's like nonstop. I don't want to hear like 47 F-bombs and, the debauchery and people cheating on each other and all that. Like, do I think I'm going to do any of that stuff? Probably not, but it doesn't, like, why am I even watching that?
Why are you inviting it?
Yeah, like it's a playground that I can't play in any longer. So that was interesting how she tied that in, because that's what she said, what I was obsessed with. Now I want like absolutely nothing to do with, because I see the consequences that could come from that.
Hey, y'all, you've heard us talk about our nonprofit Hand Up to Victory. I am here to tell you that it changed my life. I don't know where I would be without it. So below is a link to handuptovictory.org. Please click on that link and go to the donations tab. You may save a life, change a life. And I am living proof. We have our gala coming up in November. We would love it if you could be a business sponsor. If your in-kind donation could be raffled off to also change a life or save a life. So handuptovictory.org. Please donate if you can.